Um, if you want to keep a secret, you must also hide it from yourself. George Orwell. I think he also designed the prison with the object obscura, the kind of, you could design where everyone thought they were being watched, and then you could have one prison guard to manage an entire prison. And it is a sense kind of what we have in modern society. In the UK, the most surveilled, I think, outside of Singapore, because Singapore has the lowest crime rates, lowest anything rates, has the highest penalties for minor things, and um, yeah, basically they have the highest surveillance, but it works. People don't step out of line. Obviously, if you, yeah, anyway, that's a different thing. Um, Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men or the adults. Very, very true. Education is the key to everything, and it is pretty much the strategy to how to exit or work with post-war sort of environments. The kind of current situation that is is horrific, but there are a lot of economic and other, and I'm not going into it, but the number of children that have been moved, and I'm not sure of the justification, but the, orphanages and education and other things, take the sort of um, not the Islamic, the sort of Constantinople, the sort of Turkish Byzantine Empire that used and trained its armies out of the sort of captured children. The Mamluks became a force to themselves. They even took over and managed Cyprus for a period. It's an amazing strategy, sort of educating. In wartime, truth is so precious that she should always be attended by a bodyguard of lies. Winston Churchill. Um, yeah, in the war period, dehumanizing those crowds or dehumanizing people made sort of absolutely horrific acts justifiable. It's just and that it was that kind of working with the public perception and that sort of advertising and propaganda that is well still done today. Take photoshopping and a whole load of other things. You can create fake news with the drop of a hat nowadays. Um, quick joke. My wife screamed, "You haven't listened to a single thing I've said, have you?" I was taken aback. What a weird way to start a conversation. Uh, sorry, this feels me that one. Competition with other people is a great game as long as it's a game. But when you take it out into the real life, comparing yourself to everyone else, the outcome is suffering. Compete in life only with yourself. I'm not sure who said that, but I think there's another quote of, you know, compare yourself compare yourself to yesterday you rather than somebody else's today. Everyone has different starting points. Everyone has different, life starting points. Someone who has, a bicycle, the wealth, the gap, the distance, you know, just just be accepting, tolerant of other people, and only work to improve yourself. In most sports and other things, you are the main competition, and in life, if you quit, you're never going to succeed. You need to go that extra distance for yourself. And if you do stop, just treat it as a pause rather than a giving up and don't never come back to it. You know, if you just pause at something, say, trying to learn to ride a bicycle, you instead of just going, oh, I'm never going to do it, just say, right, pause, I'll get back to it tomorrow or the next day when I don't have scabs and grazes all over my knees. You know, always, a guy I worked with that obviously knew a lot more about what was going on at the time kind of said, sometimes a sideways move is actually a step up. which I thought was quite interesting. It has stuck with me actually. In order that people may be happy in their work, these three things are needed. They must be fit for it. They must do. They must not do too much of it, and they must have a sense of success in it. John Ruskin. Um, yeah, if you're never going to be happy in your work if you're constantly struggling to achieve. You're so busy doubting yourself while so many others are intimidated by your potential. Um, again, I don't know who said it, but yeah, doubt is a big thing that has to be dealt with and managed, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there actually and start again.